An exclusive by Greg Brown on the front of the Oz tomorrow. Labor support key to a tech fund. Scott Morrison will need Anthony Albanese's support to establish a $1 billion low emissions technology fund after coalition backbenchers opposed a net zero target, vowed to cross the floor and vote against the key legislative plank of the government's climate agenda in the first parliamentary test of the Prime Minister's 2050 net zero emissions commitment. Liberal National Senators Matt Canavan and Gerard Rennick told The Australian they would vote against the bill aimed at pumping more government money into the Clean Energy Finance Corporation. They're sticking to their guns, are they not, Caleb? How do you think that this piece of legislation will go down?
I suspect they'll get the support of Labor and it'll sail on through, but I have to say that I do enjoy politicians who have conviction, because, of course, this is not something that you can do in the Labor Party.
Yeah.
You know, this is politicians who are willing to stray from their party's point of view. I think are often, chided by people within their own parties. But they are the people that ultimately, if they think that their government or their party is going down the wrong line, they've got the gumption and the guts to get up and say they think it's wrong. And so many people in politics are just there for the ride. They'll do what they're told by their factional warlords or whatever. And of course, in the Labor Party, you are bound to vote by the position of the cabinet. They don't often allow conscience votes, whereas in the Liberal Party and the National Party, it's the default is a conscience vote. And so I think politicians exercising that conscience vote and diverting from the opinion of their own party is a good thing. It promotes diversity of opinion in politics, and by God, do we need that.
Indeed, I definitely agree. And it's, good. Like you said, it's nice to see politicians with conviction, and those two gentlemen have not strayed far from their convictions at all over the past couple of years. So more power to them. Just quickly, one last one on the Oz is a beautiful photo of some construction workers back at it in Melbourne. Property giants are betting on workers returning to the office, pressing ahead with a $7.8 billion in new projects in Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane, believing that corporate Australia will want premium space to lure staff back on site. So it looks like working from home is done. Time to get out of the Lululemon and pull on our working suits for sure, Caleb. Over to the Sydney Morning Herald, and Australia urged to lift the 2030 targets. Australia is one of a handful of countries that will be urged to set a new and more ambitious 2030 emissions reductions target by next November under a draft decision paper released just a couple of minutes ago, actually, by the COP26 Climate Change Summit. The document, which works as a blueprint for final negotiations over the next few days, also calls on countries to accelerate their phasing out of coal and subsidies for fossil fuels.